Once upon a time, in a land known as Portugal, there was a brave and daring explorer named Vasco da Gama. Vasco lived for the thrill of the wind in his face and the salty spray of the sea. His heart longed to discover new places and find unknown treasures. One day, the King of Portugal summoned Vasco to the Grand Palace. The walls were adorned with golden tapestries, and their footsteps echoed on the marble floors. The king looked at Vasco with a twinkle in his eye and said, "Vasco, brave sailor of the seas, I have an important task for you. We must find a way to India by sea, for there are spices and riches beyond imagination waiting to be traded. Will you lead an expedition?" Vasco's eyes lit up with excitement. "Your Majesty," he replied, "I shall gladly take on this adventure." Vasco gathered a crew of fearless sailors, maps, and enough provisions to last the journey. With sails raised high, the ship set off on their voyage from Lisbon, driven by the dreams of adventure and discovery. The voyage was not easy. They faced fierce storms where angry clouds rumbled, and waves crashed against the ship with mighty force. The crew's hearts were tested as their ships rocked back and forth like toy ships in a bathtub. "Hold on tight!" Vasco yelled, steering his ship through the darkness and rain. With courage and determination, they made it through. After many months at sea, the ships entered calmer waters. Dolphins playfully danced alongside them, much to the delight of the sailors who had missed land and laughter. "Look!" cried one of the sailors, pointing towards the horizon. "Land! It is truly land ahead." The sight of land was indeed a wonderful thing. Vasco's heart swelled with pride and joy. They had reached the tip of Africa, a land known as the Cape of Good Hope. The waters sparkled, and the sun warmed their faces as they anchored there to rest and replenish their supplies. Not long after, Vasco and his crew set sail again, continuing on their quest to reach India. They sailed into uncharted territories, where no maps could guide them, only their instincts and the stars above. The journey was long, with many sleepless nights and starry skies. Finally, the sweet aroma of spices in the air told them they were near. As the sun rose, India came into view, bathed in golden hues and bustling with life. A land of immense beauty and opportunity, Vasco and his crew were greeted warmly by the people, and trade soon began. Spices, silk, and diamonds, all the treasures they had hoped for, were soon exchanged. Vasco da Gama, with dreams realized and the king's mission accomplished, sailed back to Portugal, his ships heavier with goods and his heart lighter with joy. They arrived home as heroes. The king congratulated them on their success, and Vasco's name was etched in history as a great explorer who found the sea route to India. And so, in the midst of sailboats, spices, and sea breezes, Vasco da Gama's adventurous voyages became legendary, inspiring many young sailors' hearts with dreams of their own brave journeys across the ocean blue. The end.